Thank you so much, Matthew, for joining the We Don't Play podcast show today. How are you, man?
Doing good. Loving life.
Man, you're making life easy for us, SEOs, especially agencies like us. And I'm sure a lot of people listening are like, how did you come up with this? Why hasn't this been here all along? Especially when Google just changed their interface. Or like, can it get better than this? And then you just smash them with something new. So thank you so much for taking the time to be with us on the show. And I'd love people to know more about you. Who is Matthew Mellinger?
I am one of the co-founders of SEO Gets and the owner of Local SEO Partners. We have two businesses that align well. I've been in the creative industry probably since 2017, started as an audio engineer, and that was something that we didn't get a chance to talk about, but started as an audio engineer back in the day, and then went through different creative agencies and realized that I love looking for patterns, and so quickly got into SEO and just web design and development. Local SEO is a local SEO agency. We're here in Middle Tennessee. We serve service-based clients across the nation. We're a small boutique agency that we love working with our clients. We have good relationships and really work to actually drive results, which comes back to why I joined SEO Gets as a co-founder, because it was solving my issue as a local SEO agency owner. And yeah, the story behind how that happened was cool. Yeah, that's who I am and what we do now.
Thank you so much for giving us that insight. I've always wanted to know this. Let me also tell you how I got to know about SEO. I stay on this platform for a long time. If I look at my screen time, it's probably number one, borderline with the second one called Clubhouse. The first platform that I found SEO on was on LinkedIn, and it was on a whim. If I missed that piece, I would have probably missed it forever, because I was scrolling on my post and I saw SEO tools. There's nothing new. Then he just wrote SEO Gets, and I was like, what is that? So I typed it online. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I went a little further and I was like, who's the founder? Because I'm a founder and an alpha beta tester. That's how I found you on LinkedIn. Finding the platform on LinkedIn to finding you on LinkedIn shows the power of LinkedIn for SEO Gets.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm not a big LinkedIn user myself. I'm mostly on Twitter, X, or whatever people call it nowadays. But we've had several people share posts. Again, that there were a couple posts where they're like, here's top 5 tools for SEO, and we were on it. So we've had a lot of attention come from LinkedIn, but it's not been any of our efforts. When you build a good product and people love it, they just want to share it. Now, it's cool when you hear the things like that happening where you found us from a word of mouth, from a post referral from someone else. And again, that always builds more trust in me saying, hey, check out our app, versus someone's, hey, go check out this app.
Exactly, because you're hearing it from somebody else than the person that actually built it. Because to me, it looks good, but to you, it might not. If someone else tells you the same thing, you might consider. Yeah, I wanted to find out too, what brought the word Gets? Like, where did Gets come from?
Yeah, this goes back to, it was built by our developer, so Gui, that's short for Guilherme, which I probably butchered it. He's from Brazil, awesome guy. He actually built it originally before I came on as a co-founder. So he was probably a month or two into development, pre-monetization, and he just started to monetize it when I found it. I was looking to build a similar platform myself. I was looking to hire a developer to build a platform like this for myself. And I found SEO Gets. I offered to buy it from him, and he was a little reluctant. So we ended up figuring out a great partnership where we became co-founders. With that, we obviously asked the question. We rank for the term organically. I think it's SEO Analytics. The domain SEO Analytics was available for purchase. It was a premium domain, but we were like, do we early on switch the brand from SEO Gets to SEOanalytics.com? Because that would be pretty juicy. We had already started to pick up a little momentum with the term. And I asked Kia, what is SEO Gets and where did it come from? I forget his exact response, but basically it was just 2 words that were short. There was a domain for it, and it was easy to distinguish Gets, like SEO Gets. There's no really brand with that name. And we just went with it. It was like one of those terms that like, hopefully people recognize like SEMrush or Ahrefs. Those are very distinct brandable terms. Hopefully one day when someone says SEO Gets, you know what you're talking about in that same way. So yeah, no exact rhyme or reason. We've just stuck with it. At first, I was saying it SEO Gets. They'll get like G-E-T, like people have to spell it. I was like, yes, Gets, Gets. And they're like, oh, okay. So there's that little hurdle of it doesn't make phonetic sense in the English. Like there's no hidden meaning behind it. But again, seeing it, it's a very easily rememberable term. It's short, easy to type in, and it's brandable. So we're going to run with it. We'll have fun. And I don't see us, we've talked about down the road potentially rebranding, but there just a lot of brands have shot themselves in the foot by trying to get fancy and rebrand when people know you by a brand name.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thank you so much for that insight, because now I understand it. Because when I was writing the article on SEO Gets, I was playing with the words because I'm an artist too. I'm a musician, rapper, producer, songwriter. I like to play on words because I look at words as beats and bars. So I was like, SEO Gets, and it made sense because like when I think about it psychologically, you've branded a model that gets SEO, and then you've gone beyond the surface of just queries to understanding what are the branded queries, what are the non-branded queries, because a person that's not SEO doesn't even know the difference. So how do you tell someone that's a novice that, hey, I just want to get my SEO, and if SEO Gets is what I need, then before you even get on SEO Gets, you need to have Google Search Console connected. You have to figure out it's not a bypass, but explain it to them so they can understand how it works.
Yeah, that's a great point. One of the things we're still trying to clarify even better in our messaging is that there's a lot of Google Analytics alternatives that it's its own script, it's its own code, and it's its own proprietary data. I think Plausible is one of them. Simple Analytics is another one. And their information is like Google Analytics, but it's completely their own code. Whereas we are just a API for Google Search Console. And so Google Search Console is Google's first-party information telling you how your website is performing on Google Search. That's specifically their platform. The reason people use it the most is because right now, 90 to 95% of organic search is on Google. And so you're getting most of the bang with your buck by just being on Search Console. And the information that they give you, you can't find anywhere else. A lot of people like using SEMrush, Ahrefs, Key Search, these different tools to find keyword data, keyword information on research. And the issue with that is that oftentimes it's highly inaccurate, very inaccurate. And so Google Search Console, just the free tool itself, you can go find answers of like terms that you're ranking for that Ahrefs would never pick up. With Local, you can create UTM tags on your Search Console or your Google Business Profile, and you see what terms you're getting clicks for that Google Business Profile in Search Console. So there's a lot of cool tricks that you can do and information. And really, again, at the end of the day, analytics without context means nothing. I learned early on. If you open up Search Console and connect it to your DNS or your registrar, or you put a little code in your website saying, hey, I own this site, because Google won't give that information out to anyone. And it also doesn't pull back historically. If you haven't done it, just go set up your Google Search Console today and let it sit. Even if you don't use it right now, it's collecting data that you can use down the road. And then what we do is we use Google's API key, and we allow you to connect all of your accounts. A lot of people have different Google accounts, whether it's personal, whether it's work, whether it's, I have 4 or 5 work emails, and I have accounts on all of those. What we allow you to do is connect all of it into one dashboard. The one thing with Search Console is that it's a super powerful tool in terms of information, but the interface sucks and the tool itself sucks. It's clunky, it's cumbersome. You have to know regex to get certain answers. It's definitely not user-friendly and fast and simple. And that's where we saw the gap, that this data is super powerful, but the usability is terrible. And so what we're just doing is we're taking the data and we're allowing you to use the data in a better way. And that's what SEO Gets does. It takes the API keys, allows you to connect it all in one place, and then find answers quickly and easily that should lead to actionable insights. And that's the goal with all of this. It's easy to get into vanity metrics sometimes and be like, oh, I got clicks and I got this, and look at this go up and these charts are beautiful. So what can you do about it? And that's what I love, looking at analytics and content optimization and just looking for opportunities to improve your SEO, which should lead to revenue. That's why everyone does SEO, revenue. That's the top KPI everyone should be tracking. And that's what SEO Gets. So we're just an API key that takes the information that you could find. Now, the nice thing with ours, the API key allows you to actually unlock a lot of limitations that Search Console has. If I go to export data from Search Console, I can only do 1,000 rows in a CSV. We can do 50,000. So that's 50 times more information for our exports. And it's still Google's data. Google has hundreds of millions of websites using Google Search Console. If they allowed 50,000 rows of export for free, that's going to cost them a lot of time and resources. They've made it clunky in a handful of ways on purpose to limit resource use. It's a free tool and a lot of people use it. We don't have to play by those same rules because the API key allows you to do some cool things that are not allowed on Search Console.
This is huge, man, because this 1,000 keywords has been a stretch. How do they source those files? 2,000 pages, 3,000 pages. Look at big websites, Forbes, Wikipedia. They have so much, but they don't really know what to do with it. If everybody has Google Search Console, everyone should have SEO Gets. That should be the motto.
Yeah, and the point is that some people ask why pay for something that you can get for free, and that's true in some sense. But A, we're giving you access to more information, and B, we believe your time is valuable, and so we want to make it easier to access that information and faster so you don't have to waste your time. If you're in SEO, your time is worth more than $17 a month to save possibly hours. We look at it as an ROI. If you can grow your SEO from it, it's a no-brainer to pay a little bit to find those opportunities. We find a lot of our sweet spot for our customer avatar is someone that has more than one site. Generally, more than 4 or 5 sites has been a sweet spot. Some of our users have hundreds of sites, whether they're doing rank and rent, whether they're doing clients as agencies, whether they're just an affiliate marketer themselves and they just have 50, 100 sites, PBNs, whatever they want to do. The cool thing is that we allow for tagging and sorting on our master dashboard, and go through it here in a second, but it allows them to find answers quickly and to search and be like, okay, I have a quick overview. And really at the end of the day, people love our interface. We talked about that, but our interface is just easy, it's fast, it's beautiful, it's enjoyable to be in and to find answers. And that's what we're trying to make it accessible again.
This is beautiful. I feel like a lot of SEO agencies should use this for their search data, because gone are the days when you like toggle on the property tab, you scroll down, you click on it, it loads. I'm like, are we still in 2024? So this is a new way of doing things, and it's faster and you get more content so you can export it. I really appreciate that. As you're showing us your screen, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite tool or feature of what is the co-founder's secret tool?
Yeah. So this is something that I'll share real quick. We're taking a quick peek at the master dashboard here. This is the ability to find all of your sites. One of the things that Favor already mentioned is that up here in your account, you have a privacy blur. As I'm on a call sharing with a client, or I want to take a quick screenshot, I can just toggle this privacy blur on quick, take my screenshot, and it's now privacy sensitive. So there's a lot of hidden gems like that. And so when this is the master dashboard that you can again toggle all of the same different things here. If you want just your clicks, you're able to toggle quickly impressions, click-through rate, and rankings. You have your time span year over year versus previous month right there. But I'm going to actually show you what an individual dashboard looks like. If you come into one of these are individual dashboards. I'll click into one. This is for SEO Gets. We can share this information. And so one of the things that I've personally found, I was talking with Stephen Kang. He's in charge of SEO Signals. He's a great SEO guy. If you don't follow him, you should. I'm going to shout him out because I love that group. I was talking to him and he's, what I love and what's missing is batch filtering. And so if you export a list on Ahrefs or whatever, right now, if I were to go to Search Console, you have to type in a regex code and it's still not great. Whereas right here, if I go into filter and I go query, I can now come into this batch filtering at the bottom. We've allowed for batch filtering. One specific use case that I love batch filtering for is finding who, what, where, why, is, how. These are like people also ask questions. What is branded and non-branded traffic? By doing these queries, it's saying, show me all the queries that contain a question word. I hit apply here. And now this is my dashboard here. And I'm going to go here by most impressions. Right now, my website for SEO Gets is getting what is Google indexing in SEO? That term right there. So if I look this up, we see that Google for developers is number 1, number 2, but boom, what is Google indexing and how does it work? How to get your website indexed by Google. Okay, so I don't have an article like this written on my website, but Google is giving me impressions for it. I can toggle up here. I'm ranked in the 50s. The nice thing is if I click on this query right here, this will actually just pop it up right here. and I can see what article is currently ranking for this term. Which page am I getting impressions for that term? So I go here, I look at this. Now I can ask the question, what is Google indexing in SEO on this page? Is it answered on this page? If it's not, add it to that page. Or if I see that these pages are built for that, then I know that Google thinks I can answer this question well, but I haven't answered that query intent well enough. So I need to go write a content page about this, and you will start to see improvements in rankings. Again, we're in the 30s, we're getting 400 impressions, but no clicks. So I click this. What are C keywords? Okay, our glossary page is ranking for that. I pull this open, and I can go and look what are C keywords? Why are they important? Can they change over time? How do I choose them? But I haven't written that specific FAQ. What are seed keywords? Don't overcomplicate it. Take that query, add it to the page, and answer it really well. There's a chance you may get a featured snippet from it. That is one of my favorite low-hanging fruits to use SEO Gets. Now, the cool thing is you have to know how to use the platform a little bit to get to there. We're actually working on reports that will allow you. So this is one of our reports right here, click-through rate benchmark. We are working on building more reports like this that you click on it, and this information, what I just did for you, is going to be displayed in an easy digestible format that just says, here's the keyword, here's the page. Either add it to your page or write it about it. And it's just going to give you the highest impressions to the least amount of impressions and questions. We have a handful of pages coming like this soon, and I think that's going to be a powerful addition for content optimization. I love the batch filtering. You can also do it with pages. So you can come in here, go down into batch, and if you export a list, say I had all of these and I wanted to pop these open and apply. Now I could say, I want queries or who, what, where, why, how for only these pages. And now I can see, okay, here are the questions I can answer. You can quickly see how it's a very powerful filter. You are in charge of how to ask the questions right now by using these filters.
I have a question. Now, content groups is the part that is getting me. And I love how you laid that out. How does someone create that for themselves? It's like a sitemap directory, like what you've created.
Yeah, so that's another fantastic tool. Now, one of the things that people talk about is when you first create, before you add content groups on a new site, it will have add content groups right here, and you select it. Once you've added one, that button goes away, and we need to add more. We're working on the UI to add a button. But right now, if you go into SEO and site settings, this allows you to do all the things for this site. We have our branded keywords, which we'll talk about that in a second. You can add all of the different terms like this. And so what it's going to do is there's a toggle later that will allow you to see what terms are non-branded and branded by setting your brand terms. Again, for you, where you can do work and play, because those aren't terms that people are going to be searching without looking for your brand. Right. For tracked keywords, which again is just going to be, these are the queries that we want to see up at the top. And then here's the content groups. This is what we were just talking about. If I want to track all of my blog articles in one cluster, you can come in here, and normally it would be blog / blah, blah, blah article / blog / whatever article 2. I can just come in here and I can do blog, boom. And this wildcard allows you to target. The nice thing is it shows you down below what pages are being grouped in this condition. So if I remove this, you can see nothing matches it. If I do this, 3 pages matching it. But if I do, say, Google, now it's any pages that start with this, and then anything that follows this term is going to be this page. By doing blog, we have 3 blog articles. Again, this is something we're working hard on the tool. We need to work on the SEO and the article writing itself for this site. So we can see blog here. This blog and blog here shows that it's targeting all 3 of these pages. So now when I go back to this side, I can click this blog, and this whole chart under this content group is showing the information just for these 3 pages. If you don't select it, you can quickly glance and saying, okay, my landing pages are getting this much traffic. My blogs are getting this much traffic. My help docs are getting this much traffic. My tools, this much. Glossary, this much. However you want to group it, your imagination is how you can set it. If you have services, if you want to just target service pages, how are my service pages? How are my location landing pages doing? How are my whatever? The freedom is yours to select however you want to group your content. It's easy, just one click away. And now you can see all of your information. Here are my landing pages. What are some opportunities for these landing pages? Stored by impressions, SEO website and analysis app. I open this up. My homepage is ranking for that. I might want to add that term in a header somewhere or talk about it in some way. You can see how this tool, you can use it. This is coming because I use Search Console a lot and I knew how to bend Search Console in a way. The nice thing with our filter is that previously, if I want all of my queries that contain SEO, the issue is that my name is SEO Gets. By doing this, I can see SEO Get, all my top terms are going to be branded. I don't want branded terms. So I can come in here and create an and statement and say doesn't contain gets or get, because I know that if it contains that, that's my brand. So I apply it here, and now I can see all of these terms are non-branded. That's how you do it manually. When we went into the site settings and added the branded keywords, the cool thing now is that I can just come here, filter, and right here, only branded queries and only non-branded queries. It's now just a click away. I click this right here, and I will no longer have any queries with my terms in it. Same thing here. I only want branded queries. Boom, gets.com, gets is SEO gadget. All of the things that I set in the site settings are now just going to pop up here. So you can easily see, here is my analytics for branded queries, and here's my non-branded queries. Now, one thing I want to make the condition is that there are what we call invisible queries, invisible impressions. If I do non-branded queries, there's 65 over the last 3 months. If I do only branded queries, there's 558. 65 plus 558 is 623 clicks in the past 3 months. But when I open it up, there's actually 969. So what happens is the more you drill down in Search Console, the less information it gives you, because it's trying to prevent you from finding super sensitive information. The more open you keep your filtering, the more information Google wants to give you because it's broader. And so they can give you more information. But the more you drill down, the less information that they can give you on the API key. This is the same exact thing that happens in Search Console. If you go to Search Console and you type in the same conditions, the same information comes, because 65 plus 600 is not 969. And so that's just something that Google does. And that's, again, because we're using Google's data, we're held by those same rules. But again, that's just some of the limitations. We're just looking for patterns at the end of the day. If I go to brand queries, I'm just looking over the last 6 months. Are branded queries going up or down? Because it's going to be consistently filtered. So it's going to be consistent. Same thing here is I'm looking for patterns of, hey, SEO Gets, is this going up or down? Are my rankings, we rank number 1 for the term, which we should because it's a brandable term that no one's using. But same thing here for non-branded terms. If I come here, we can see non-branded terms are doing okay, but room for improvement for sure. A lot of room for improvement. We're not focused a lot on SEO for SEO Gets at this point. We're working on word of mouth and building a great platform that people want to share.
This is great. Last question I have for you. You see where it says the queries and you get those little green badges?
Yep.
I love those badges, and like I can see 1.05, those numbers really make a lot of difference. So when someone's optimizing, what should they be looking out for when they're trying to rank or try to get there when they're trying to optimize for decaying content?
So you hit on it here. We have these decaying reports right here. If I do the last 6 months, I see decaying. But if I do the last 28 days versus the previous 28, I can come here in decaying and seeing, hey, right here are the percentages. I have lost almost 50% of our impressions over the last 28 days for the term SEO analytics. You can now assess the conversation and saying, is this an issue or not? Now, we weren't getting clicks to begin with. And so Google indexing, we had 3 clicks previously, and now we're not getting any clicks. And if I pull up rankings, we've gone down 13 positions. So this term has been significantly decreased. If that's an important keyword for you, you need to do something about it. You need to either create content, refresh your content, update your content, improve. If I click on this, I can see this is the page that I need to go improve right here. That's what I need to do. What I look for is in popular, because popular just means all queries top to bottom. People think that this is filtering. This is not filtering. This is just how you sort it. These 2 are filters. These are only queries that are growing in impressions or clicks. And these are only queries that are decreasing. If I go to popular, you see this expand here. If I click expand, this pulls up first 200 rows, and you can see more here. And then this export button is to get all of the information. If there's more than 973 rows, you can export it here. I'm looking for something that has high impressions that I'm decently ranking for in terms of my position, and that I have a bad click-through rate. That's a great way to find opportunities. Keyword density checker. Now, when I think of this, I'm thinking of a tool. We have an actual keyword density checker tool right here. But one thing I noticed is that the tool is, yeah, we have a couple tools down here. One of the things I've noticed is that there is very little content on this page. But if I come here and I look up the term keyword density checker and I look at the first one, you see how there is a bunch of content. There's a video showing you how to use it. There's related tools. There's filters. It's got content talking about it. So our page versus the number one ranking page, what do? It's pretty straightforward. Add content on that page to improve it. You do that and you will start to see an improvement in these clicks. Now, is that something we want to do? Maybe not. That's up to you to assess. Seed keywords, something that we're getting a lot of impressions for, but not a high position. The issue is that this is actually a brand name. Seed keywords is a brand name. I don't think I'm ever going to really rank number one, outrank a brand for a brand term. We can do it here, but look at my competition. Moz, Ahrefs, Forbes, Ahrefs. I don't think I'm really going to compete with them at this point. I'm a DR 33. I'm going to move on to an easier opportunity. We know the volume is there, and maybe down the road we write something better, but this seems like an easier opportunity than writing a huge guide about seed keywords. This is an SEO research master guide. This is a huge, long thing that's going to take a lot of effort that most likely I won't rank for. So I'm going to find something else that's going to be easier. You can also do it this way, where you look at positions and you say, okay, I'm in position 2, 7. I'm looking for high. So like SEO gadget, I'm ranking number 4. I'm getting 32 impressions. But what is SEO gadget? Okay, so SEO gadget for Excel. It looks like it's a brand. So I don't really want to go after brand names. I want to go after non-branded terms that I'm already ranking for. The more pages you have, the richer this information gets and the easier it is to find information. This is just an example of how you can use this tool to find high value opportunities.
This is big. Thank you so much. I feel like we've just gone through a masterclass on how to use this platform better. And I think someone's going to have to rewind this and just use this as a guide so that anywhere you're using it, you can use it accurately. For me, content groups is where I'm going next because I have articles, casts, and podcasts. And all these podcasts have links. I can index them and figure out what's going on with to come back and give you guys more information. So this right here is data that you need to come back so you can give quality content. Matthew, this has been so good. Thank you so much.
We have a roadmap as well. We have tagging for our master dashboard that allow you to group sites. We have the ability to favor these this is another thing down here, these little 3 icons. People miss this all the time. You can mark sites as favorites. That brings it to the top. You can hide sites and you can tag sites into groups. People love that for larger portfolios. We have a lot of cool things coming. You have annotations. So you make a change to a site and you want to see on the chart where it was and see if there's a result or an impact from it. That's coming. We're going to be able to toggle Google updates so you can see your chart and then you see a tank. Hopefully not, but you see a tank and you're like, well, look, it was the HCU update. Email reports for agencies, discover traffic, PDF and exports, links to share with clients. Right now, one of the cool things that we're working on is stuff to like, how do you find cannibalization issues? How do you find queries on page 2 that would be easier to rank for page 1? Those are a lot of the things that we're working on right now, and we're excited to keep building.
Wow, you have brought the game plan. If someone's thinking about AI, how can they consider this? And then a second part question to this is when they're thinking about their budgets, should they consider, because some people are like, I don't own companies, I just want it for myself. Can I spend $17 and learn it or pay a company to manage it? Then I just get an invitation to their dashboard since they now know what it is. And then of course the saving piece on the lifetime. I don't see any other platform that has lifetime apart from, I think Uber suggests I have a lifetime with them. Seeing lifetime shows you're giving people value for their time because it's free. So how do you tell this person that they're seeing all these things together?
We have lifetime, and we don't know how long that'll be around because, again, we are still early. We are a bootstrap company, and we want to support our early supporters. And you can give a shout out to wherever the link will be for Favors affiliate code. There's a discount attached to that. I would sign up using that and support him as well. We're trying to keep it affordable because it is still early. There's still a lot we're going to add, and prices will probably increase in the future. We hate all the lifetime deals that tell you one thing, and then a year later, they're like, oh, but that's not going to count for this lifetime deal. Our goal is to keep the lifetime deal the most premium. By signing up now, you're locking in your price. We only have one plan. It's either monthly at $17 a month or $347 US for the lifetime deal. That includes unlimited websites and unlimited invites to users for your sites. We're trying to make it a no-brainer in terms of pricing and use. Some of this information, you can go to Search Console. And I would recommend that if you don't have the budget, go do what I talked about on Search Console, and you will start to find SEO ranking results. If you want to be serious about SEO, tools are built with ROI in mind, and people will find answers easier and better using SEO Gets than Search Console. And it's better than Ahrefs. It's better than SEMrush. It's better than any of those tools because it's Google's first-party data. The data is going to be more powerful than a suggestion. It will tell you exactly which queries you need to target. We're trying to keep it affordable for everyone. We have people that use it for one site, because it's enjoyable to use and it's fast and easy. Can you find something that will make you more than $17 a month in SEO? Yeah, SEO's the snowball game. If you can find wins, you will most certainly see a return on that investment compound over time the more you use it.
100%. Thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate you. If somebody wants to connect with you, how can they connect with you?
Yeah, so I'm mostly on Twitter or X. I think it's at Matt Melly, M-A-T-T and then M-E-L-I. You can reach out to me at matt@seogets.com. Email's going to be a great way. And yeah, I'll maybe be on LinkedIn more. People seem to do well on LinkedIn. It's just a lot of platforms to be on. So those are the best ways. The other thing is we're taking a lot of user feedback. So if you hop in, you're like, we could really use this, or we'd love to see this, or where is this? A lot of times we've actually already built it. It's just hidden somewhere, unfortunately. That's one of the things we're working on is, oh yeah, that would make sense to put it there. Like the content grouping, people are like, how do I add to the content group? And it's hidden. If you have questions, just reach out to us. We have an affiliate program as described. And so if you have a group or following, sign up for affiliate program. It's 20% lifetime. Go sign up using Favors link, wherever it is. We're just looking to spread the word because we are early, we're still young, and we have a lot to build, and we need to do that with the support of our users and feedback from our users.
This is exciting. Thank you again. I'll definitely put this on LinkedIn. I always do, and I'll tag you and let people, hey, check it out. Go check the masterclass and go to Spotify video or YouTube and see it. But this has been amazing. I'll definitely be bringing you back again, maybe in a year, or when everything is blown up. Google might buy you, or you might just say, you know what, I don't want Google. I want to do it myself. You know? Thank you so much again, Matthew, and looking forward to having you again on the show.
Appreciate it.
Anytime. And I'm your host, Favor Abasi UK. Thanks for being here on the We Don't Play podcast show. Now, that was an episode, right? Thank you so much for listening to the We Don't Play podcast show. I'm so glad that you're here and you are sticking tight with us, especially to the very end. Now, this is season 11 and we're going to do it differently. And I want to make sure that every episode you listen to has something to give back so that you can also learn more after you listen. Now, We Don't Play podcast show is where you listen, you live, you learn, and you earn. So if you're in any of those positions out of those four, please make sure that you reach out to me. Send out an email through info@playinc.online. That's info@playinc.online. Or you could go to playinc.online, which is a website, www.playinc.online, playinc.online, and schedule a call so that we can get you on an SEO discovery call to talk about your business and help you with your marketing needs. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this helped you. See you in the next episode. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Bye.